Everyone. Today I am talking about loss, the challenges, and the lessons I've used to grow and become stronger. Loss can be a life-altering event in your life that can dramatically change your perspective and priorities. It can feel like your heart and soul have been ripped open. We are forced to reconcile that our life and those of our loved ones are finite. For me, it has definitely inspired me to live life with no regrets and cherish my relationships. Petty problems just no longer matter and everything is put into perspective. One lesson is that it can be an opportunity to reevaluate our life and our relationships. Even if you haven't suffered a loss, journaling on this can be really helpful. Can I confidently say that if I were to lose someone today, that I would have no regrets about my relationship with them? What if I were to forgive the past and choose to start over? Do I want to do this? Can I choose to do this? We can take people for granted when they are here because they exist in the physical realm, but when they pass away, our relationship with them can change depending on your beliefs. If you're spiritual, we feel their spirit is still here with us. They can guide us and we can communicate with them, but in a different way. Unfortunately, one pitfall is that we can often get caught up in regret and what could have been different. It just doesn't serve us to ruminate on the past. We don't have control and can't change what has already happened. This is where we should try to detach from the outcomes. Being able to detach from the outcomes can serve you in all of life. And if you master this, then it is completely life-changing. We shouldn't get sucked into thinking that if this had been different or I had done this, the outcome would have changed. Since we can't go back and change the past, it just doesn't serve us to pontificate on it. Can I accept that everything happened how it was meant to be, even if it doesn't feel that way right now? How can I console myself? This might mean thinking our loved one had a beautiful life while they were here. They didn't suffer. They're at peace now. When we don't have regrets about our relationship with someone, this can help console us since we did everything we could to take care of our loved one and spend time with them and be present when they were here. Another mindset shift is thinking of how I can instead live my life to the fullest to honor my loved one. You can affirm, I will live my happiest, healthiest life in honor of my loved one. I know they would not want to see me unhappy and they wouldn't want me to suffer. It is my duty to myself and them to continue to live, grow, be happy, and expand. One thing that has really helped is allow yourself to feel the emotions and label them without losing control. Sometimes we try to distract ourselves or avoid uncomfortable feelings, and this can result in it being all bottled up. We can numb ourselves, and this can manifest in unhealthy ways or unhealthy coping later. So instead, try to become the conscious observer. We are not our thoughts and emotions, but the consciousness that observes them. Try to go into your body and see what's coming up. What are the emotions? What are the sensations, the feelings inside the body? Sit with them, let them be, acknowledge them. And then you can journal on it. You can try to label the emotions. It might be some sadness, emptiness, hollowness, despair, sometimes even, depending on your relationship, anger, resentment, bitterness. Observe them and become aware without judgment. Like I said, journaling will really help you move through this and be open to the emotions. The beauty of life is that there is a whole spectrum of human emotion and experience that we get to live and feel and expand into. Without the challenging times, we would not appreciate the happy ones. I say it is always better to have loved and to lose than to have never loved at all. Of course, we can stay comfortable in our room all day, never have any relationships, never go outside, never love anyone, never risk anything. But what kind of life would that be when we are always seeking to grow and expand? Moving through grief and loss itself can be, if you do it in a healthy way, a huge expansion for you. Another practice that I've found extremely powerful is gratitude. You can reminisce on the positive memories instead of focusing on all the negatives, what your loved one didn't get to do, or how you perceive the situation as unfair. You can reframe to focus on all the good memories together, the beautiful family, the travel, the achievements. Of course, there will always be more to do or see, but it never serves us to focus on the lack, what could have been, or what they missed. We cannot go back in time and change the past. We get to look on the past fondly with the cherished memories, as well as focus on the positives. We can think, my loved one is no longer suffering. They're at peace now. They lived a beautiful life, and I am honoring their legacy. After loss can be a really vulnerable period. So I would suggest seeking the support that you need, not becoming isolated, surround yourself with family and friends, celebrate life, really become more attuned and heightened to enjoy the small moments, eat mindfully. When we are also in such a vulnerable state, it becomes even more important to take care of ourselves so that the grief we are going through is not compounded in the negative direction, and instead in a positive way, so that we can grow and expand and move through it in a healthy way. You want to make sure that you're continuing to focus on sleep, exercise, nutrition, going out for walks, meditation, journaling practices, talking with family and friends, spending time out in nature. This can be all really helpful to give yourself the space and time to move through this, and just use it as an experience and as an opportunity. You are the creator of your realities. When we shift our mindset, we become more positive. It doesn't mean that we'll never experience anything negative in life, that we'll never lose someone, or nothing bad will ever happen to us, because like I said, life is full of ups and downs, but rather our capacity to handle these situations expands, that we can be in it, we can be in the negative emotions, we can be in the sadness and the grief. Instead of letting it destroy us, take over us, we can actually use it as a way to grow and expand and be in gratitude for our loved one and our life, and for everyone that we have. And this can be really special and remarkable. I hope that you found this video helpful. Let me know if you have any other thoughts or any other practices that you found helpful. I'd love to hear about it. Please feel free to share below. Thank you.